Here's a 10-minute breakup story. Quiet, emotional, and reflective. Settle in. They broke up in the time it took the kettle to boil, 10 minutes. That's what Mira would later tell herself, even though it wasn't exactly true. The relationship had been unraveling for months. Soft phrase, loose threads. Moments where something should have been said and wasn't. But the actual ending, the moment where we turned into you and me separately, fit neatly between 7:40 and 7:50 on a Tuesday evening. The kettle clicked off on its own. Jonah was standing by the window, phone in hand, not really looking at anything. Outside, the city was doing what it always did. Buses sighing at stops, someone laughing too loudly, the faint sound of a siren far away. Life, uninterrupted. Mira leaned against the counter, arms crossed, already tired. She didn't remember how the conversation started. Maybe it was about dishes, or weekends, or that familiar ache of feeling alone even when someone was right there. "I don't think this is working anymore," Jonah said. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't sound angry. That somehow made it worse. Mira laughed once, sharp and disbelieving. "You don't think?" she repeated. "After 4 years, that's the sentence you go with?" Jonah turned to face her. His eyes looked older lately. Or maybe she was just noticing. "I don't mean it lightly," he said. "I've been thinking about it for a long time." "Of course you have," she thought. "You just didn't think to include me." The kettle sat forgotten, steam curling upward like a ghost of something warm. "Is this because of the job? Because I've been busy? Because I didn't come to your sister's thing last month?" Jonah shook his head. "It's not one thing, it's us." That word, us, the word she had protected, defended, bent herself around. Mira felt something tighten in her chest. "You don't get to say us like that and then walk away." "I'm not walking away," he quickly said. "I'm trying to be honest." Honest, another careful word. She looked around the kitchen, the chipped mug they'd stolen from a diner on a road trip, the magnet shaped like a whale, the calendar still turned to last month. Evidence. A quiet museum of shared time. So what? This is it? You say a sentence and 4 years just end? Jonah exhaled slowly. "I don't want to keep pretending. We're not happy, Mira." She wanted to argue. She wanted to list the good days, the inside jokes, the nights they fell asleep tangled together like the world made sense. She wanted to say happy isn't everything. Instead, she said, "You don't get to decide that for me." Jonah flinched. "I'm not. I'm deciding it for myself." 10 minutes in, and the room felt smaller. Mira poured the hot water into 2 mugs out of habit, then froze. She stared at them, 2 cups side by side. A ridiculous detail, but it broke something open. "So you planned this," she said quietly. "You waited until a Tuesday, until after dinner, until it was convenient. That's not fair. Neither is this." Silence stretched between them, heavy and familiar. They'd always been good at silence, too good. "I still care about you," Jonah said. "This isn't about not loving you." Mira finally looked at him, really looked. "Then why does it feel like you're leaving me alone with it all?" He didn't answer. In that moment, she understood something painful and simple. Love wasn't always enough to make someone stay. Caring didn't mean choosing. The clock on the microwave blinked 7:49. Jonah reached for his jacket. That small, ordinary movement felt louder than any argument they'd ever had. "I can stay at Tom's tonight, give you space." Space, another word people use when they didn't know how to say absence. "Don't," she said suddenly. He paused. "Don't what?" "Don't come back later and try to make this softer." Her voice was steadier than she felt. If you're leaving, then leave. Jonah swallowed. For a moment, she almost wished he would. It would make this feel more real. Okay, he said. He stepped closer, hesitant, as if asking permission without words. Mira didn't move. If he touched her, she might break in half. So he didn't. The door closed with a quiet click. The clock on the microwave rolled over to 7:50. 10 minutes. Mira stood alone in the kitchen, listening to the kettle cool, to the city breathing outside. The world hadn't noticed her ending. That felt like a betrayal. Later, much later, she would replay the moments again and again, wondering what she could have said differently. But not tonight. Tonight, she picked up one mug and poured the other down the sink. She watched the steam rise and disappear. Some things, she realized, don't explode when they end. They just go cold.